you can't teach anything that makes someone feel uneasy, uncomfortable, shame, sadness, or any other kind of emotional distress based on their race. So that means that if I'm teaching that in theory, if I were to just teach about slavery and I were to talk about the sexual violence that happened on the plantation, and I point out that all slave owners are white, and the kid says, well, you know what? I feel really ashamed of being white because you're teaching slavery. Effectively, I'd be in violation.
A lot of parents, a lot of people on the right are sick of what they view as the indoctrination of children who are it's very early to be trying to push ideas on them that aren't just uncomfortable, let's say, but are also viewed as deeply partisan, and it's very hard to separate out for a lot of people the kind of teaching that goes on in these modules about diversity and inclusion, or whatever it is that they're going to call it, from essentially just becoming factories of, leftism and churning out Democrat voters. I think Democrats are going to have to do a lot of that. A lot of like, oh man, you mean that you have to enforce the law in places or else stuff gets really lawless and people get hurt? So yeah, I think they're going to have to do that. A lot of that.
I don't agree with that as the solution, but I do think that tactically you're going to see, I agree with you as a practical matter, and as a tactical matter, people are going to see a lot of Republican leadership, particularly executive leadership, governors in particular, and the president, and mayors to some extent. Because remember, the pressure I'm talking about is Biden talking to mayors, saying, "Yeah, I'm going to," he's talking to mayors, he's talking to police, and he's saying, "Look, we're going to try and get more money for you all."